Mike Shamanis, and welcome to Drexel Newman. As we say here in Italy, buongiorno. We are currently in the incredible St. Peter's Basilica, and there have been a lot of questions from English-speaking tourists coming in and out, and one has been very repetitious. Buongiorno. And as incredible and as opulent and as beautiful as St. Peter's Basilica is, it has raised the question among many of the tourists here, is it too much? When does opulence become ostentatious? So I've just heard lots of murmuring among people who are walking through, and I decided that it might be best to do a video on it. My answer to that, not surprisingly, is I think that this is incredible, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And I think it comes from sort of an erroneous idea that the more time and energy and money we put into things of beauty, the less time and energy and money we have left to give to the poor, for instance. And while that may be true in sort of a Malthusian, theoretical sense, I'm not sure it really holds up very well in the real world. But to return to the theoretical, Dostoevsky once famously said that beauty will save the world, and that is a profoundly Christian sentiment, and a profoundly Catholic and Eastern Orthodox sentiment, to be more precise. Beauty, along with truth and goodness, are the three ways that we human beings have of seeing and understanding the divine. And like helping out those who are less fortunate, we're meant to see God through these things. And I guess that's the point. If we're meant to see God in the poor, who we as Christians are supposed to help and be with and live in accordance with, how can that be at odds with seeing the same God through the beautiful architecture, painting, and sculpture of a place like St. Peter's? I think that where the lines often become more blurry is when works of art are commissioned for certain popes or certain emperors of Rome, and they become works of personal gratification. But all art, any good art, ultimately says something true or something beautiful, and it says something about the world, about the universe, that maybe if you hadn't seen that work of art you wouldn't have known or wouldn't have understood. And good religious art tells us great things about the world and great things about who God is. And I think that's what St. Peter's achieves very, very well. The book of Genesis tells us that for the first 5 days of creation, God created the world, and it was good. And while man is, of course, created on the sixth day, the pinnacle of creation, especially because of our ability to worship God, after each sequence of creation on the previous 4 days, God said, and it was good. Creation is good. The world is good. It is a heresy of the highest order to say that the world is evil and the world is bad. That is absolutely not what Catholics believe. And so our collaboration with and our co-creation with the world and